gone without my bum cap. So it's 6:15 now, and I'm out early, although I've got another annoying day. A couple of weeks ago I done the concrete polishing, and I mentioned that I bent down to pick one of the little rocks up and tried to do too much, and it ended up spinning round, or it ended up rocking, and it was like that, and then it spun round and whacked me in the shin, and I didn't think nothing of it. And looking back, I probably should have put like a little butterfly stitch or something on it, because obviously it was a bit bigger than a cut sort of thing. But as always, too busy to do anything about it, and I've left it, and it's been fine. It was clean, etc. But then I think because it was a bigger cut, it took longer to heal. And then I've gone in and played footy, and then only the last 2-3 days I noticed a footy. I took my shoe off and I looked at my leg, and I was like, "What? Why is it?" Like when I rolled my sock down, my sock was like holding or like swelling away, and obviously round the cut was all swollen. And I'll put a little video here where you can literally like poke the swelling, let go, and it'll stay like Play-Doh. So I've messaged my mate who's a doctor, and he said, "Oh, we'll pop round and have a look at it." Although I might need to go in and, I don't know, see what happens with that. And then someone messaged me last night, someone who's watched one of the episodes, and the one about the plastering with it flaking off, and where I've said, they've not PVA'd it, and he said that that's to do with, years ago they used to use obviously lime plaster, and you can see it, when you're knocking it off, it comes off like dead easy, and it's dead dusty, and you can see little bits of white in it. So most of the houses that we do are like that. However, if they've been done up since that, they'll be plasterboard or something different. But he was saying that when they used to use lime plaster, they used to use a lime wash paint, and you can see when someone's used a lime wash paint, that's what it gets. So when I was running my fingers on it and it was coming up with dusty, that's like the lime wash paint. So what happens is people either skim over them, or you need to put like a stabiliser on them. So where I was saying they haven't PVA'd it, if you use like a stabiliser, apparently that's better than PVA, because it reacts with the lime better rather than PVA. It's just obviously like a water-based glue, isn't it? So we'll get stabiliser on that. I mean, we've used a stabiliser, like a pre-plastering one. So I think that should be alright. I watched a little video yesterday, another fella on YouTube on the trial, and I watched the video on that, and it was brilliant. Obviously just showed exactly the same scenario but on a ceiling. I'm just going to the lock-up now just to try and find me plastering stuff. And do you know what's annoying with this plastering stuff? So because we do stuff over we might go like a few weeks without plastering again, I need to try and jump on, because I'm going to give this fella yesterday the benefit of the doubt that he's obviously trying to prep the plastering as best he can. In my mind, he's been lazy and thought, I don't really want to plaster today, but I say I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I want to be there with him today so that I can sort of put him through his paces and see what he's like, so that because if we have another bad day, and if you're on your own on a job, even yourself, you just lose the will to live. So only certain people can work on their own. Some people prefer it, but I've just come to lock up because I want to get all my stuff. I've got a couple of speed skims there already that we use for the bonding, but I've got like a box of plaster and stuff, but my stuff just goes missing. You spend 40-50 quid on a trowel, and it all goes in this box, and then you get a few other plasters in and whatever, and by the time you looked at your box end of the job, you're like, where's all my trowels gone? I should have about 10 trowels, and I reckon if I go in this box now, I'll have 2. And it's like, again, you just got to swallow it and accept that when you're in charge of a bigger job, that stuff goes missing, gets lost, broken, like, I know lads break stuff and just bin it rather than, obviously they don't want me to see it and go, who's broke that. And who's ringing me this time? Luke. Hi mate, you alright?
Yes, I'll meet you. Am I meeting you?
No, put it in the group.
I need to get my boots and that, you see, for me.
But
in about half an hour.
Weren't you on yesterday?
I was, yeah, but I need to get my boots and hammer and shit. You see.
You didn't have that. You didn't have your boots on yesterday.
Nah.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah. Who's got the key for that? Yeah.
Thingy, Mick will have it, won't he?
Mick's not in today. Maybe Ben's got it. Let me check. I think I've got one in mine.
Yeah. Alright, ring us back, mate, and I'll be there in half an hour if you're out and about, like.
Yeah, go on.
Alright then.
See you in a bit. See, Luke's good because Luke gets there early, but sometimes he gets there too early. Like, he'll be sat there most days because he needs to start having the keys, really, if he's going to be in. But then once you start having different sets of keys and different lads have them, it only takes that lad not to come in that day and everyone's sat outside going, have you got the key? Have you got the key? Have you got the key? Luckily on this one we've got, obviously it was a HMO, so they had like 7 keys that we got given. So I think I've got 3 sets of keys, so I'll give him a key. Right, let's go and have a look in this lockup. From approximately 10 trials, I've just been to my plastering box in the lockup and they've been kind. I've got 1 trial. Someone's been kind enough to leave me 1 trial but take all the rest. I just think I'm gonna have a look now on the only other place it can be is on the other van, but you just think, what is going on? And as much as I like attempt to moan about it, everything's my fault. Like, if someone thinks they can do that, it's my fault for letting people think that they can take stuff, and it's like, sound. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all your fault that you're letting people do that. But it's not even, the day's not even started. I've not even started paying people wages yet. So I'm gonna try and forget all that and start the day on a positive. So I'm gonna go to the other van now and check there, and then I'm also missing, like, I've got 1 mixer. I buy these mixers like every bloody job, and you think, I never bin this stuff. It's like tape measures. I think I've been like 1 tape measure, but like I've never dropped the tape measure, broke it or whatever and gone, oh, I've been that. Like, it seems to be something that I buy 10 tape measures every job, and like I never want to sit down and like think about the prices of jobs, or when we buy a house and I go, right, it's this extension, that it's this many meters squared, and that's at so many plasterboard a block. Never do I add 10 tape measures, 20 standing knives, a trowel, 5 trowels, like buckets, like. You just think, yeah, you know, if you've done a customer's job and you priced it, like, actually, if we come round to yours and said, oh, we'll do an extension, and you had on it like block, thingy, blah blah blah, 10 tape measures, you'd be a bit like, why has he put on the price 10 tape measures? But that's what it takes. Well, that's what it takes when you run a business like I do. So something I definitely need to work on, because I need to be able to step away. I need to be able to go on holiday and things still run, because I know today I've got a leg that might be infected and I've got to go and get it checked, and it's like, I'm worried about taking a few hours off, especially in the morning, because I'll just come into like nothing. Everyone's like relying on me to do bits, so I need to try and make it less about me and more about like the lads as a group. But yeah. Right, I was hoping to have all this down yesterday, but yeah, not quite. So we need to get the rest of that and then get all the walls off and then start pulling the floorboards up. Here's one for you. This always happens. People just obviously take the chimney stacks out there because they're teeved in. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen one of them fall, but obviously it's better to have a support underneath it. But a lot of times they just used to take them out and leave them like that. But we'll be taking that out from the top down anyway. Same with that one. And luckily he owns next door as well, so we'll probably take the whole chimney stack out the top. I mean, I'm going to worry about it then. Nice. We've got to go and empty the scaffolding, and then so the tip is empty so they can put all this non-recycling on. So they'll have to go through now and just get all the wood that they can. And I'll make sure they take all these little bits off the top, because just want it to all be a nice clean job when the other builder walks in. It's all totally ripped. We used to get like a company to rip them out, and used to come in and like there'd just be like start off with little bits left and then more and more and more, and by the time you do it there was like, you know, they'd missed a week of work, just leaving all plaster on the walls and wood hanging here everywhere. Morning.
Morning.
Feeling better today?
A little bit better, mate. Yeah, not 100%, but I mean...
Where did you eat?
Babylon. What is it, Babylon? No, about curry. I think they put it in the microwave, mate, and it wasn't good. I went sick in the afternoon and it carried on the night. You want the details, do you?
We've had a few little dodgy lunchtime.
Plays that the other day as well.
We just chopped,
The wraps are alright.
obviously, these down. So, I mean, you can go through all bits, but chainsaw's good. However, recip with like a Bosch bit, that's the one we use for obviously the joists and all the bits inside. And as you can see, just come from behind, cut them through. Good thing about the recip is that if you get a bit of dirt on it, it'll still work. Chainsaw, as soon as it touches dirt, it's completely gone. And then this is where I could do with a shredder, innit? Right. That's what I could do with a shredder to get rid of that. So, plastering wise, I'm gonna get all this protection down. That's been what's it called? Here's that stuff we've used. It's like a plastering pre thing, but you can feel that now. It's miles better than what it was, so you're not getting any dust off that now. And then we're just going to go and get boards for up here. So yesterday obviously seen we brought the scaffolding just to get to this top bit, and then we're going to prep this bit now, cover the floor, and then me and Lou are going to go and take the rest of the scaffolding back, bring the boards for there, and then we'll come back and put a big 3-bag mix on. So Carol's gonna put the beads on here and that corner, and hopefully start prepping up there. And then by that time, hopefully we'll come in and put a mix on, and then we're gonna mesh this bit as well. So I don't know which bit. Oh, what's it called? Bond it.
Plaster pre-grit.
Pre-grit, yeah. So they do that. They do an internal and an external one. They were saying. Yeah, that's internal. How much of that we got left? Yeah, have you got enough of that?
Should be right.
Sounds? Right, back in a bit. So we're just dropping the scaff off, but I've just picked up another 5 poo bags. So game on, mate. Whoever it is, we are going to find you. We're going to get you on camera and I'm going to name and shame you. Yeah. Any more? I think that's it, unless they've thrown some there. But yeah, just picked another 5 up, so I've got a nice little pile of poo here. What I might do is I might just make a box here and just keep putting them in there. And then I can just advertise how much dog poo gets thrown onto the yard. But yeah, let's have a look. No more. They literally wait till they get to that bit and then do it, so we'll get them, won't we? We're just using the stillages, obviously separate them, but this fella's just been on the thing. I always think, like, obviously I'm not a massive fan of spiders, but I'm not scared of them. But then when they have a bit of colour, and when you know that back body's like that's when I'm like, nah. When like the body of it's like a big circle, and when they've got a bit more colour than just a normal spider. Can anyone on YouTube tell us what type of spider this is? Because yeah, just gonna do that, get these boards, and then that's so much to do on this yard, isn't it? I've still got to get the ducting in to get CCTV and power and water in every corner of the yard. The vibrating whacker's on its way. We're waiting on the moulds from China and the concrete mixers coming. And then I think we'll have to we might end up digging this up, look. Digging this back bank up, using the stone, putting it into like the moulds, making Lego blocks and then making like some sort of retaining wall here. Because I'm waiting on, I've got a price off a sheet piling company in Wigan. And I think it was, how much do you reckon, gone? To pile that back bit with a sheet, like metal sheet piles. 45 grand. Alright mate, you alright?
Alright Dan, will a non-recycling tip ever be useful, mate?
Yeah, we're just unloading it now.
Alright, let's go ahead, Sam.
See you in a minute?
See you in a minute.
Bye. That's where like, I feel like it's good having the 2 tippers, isn't it? But then it's just never enough. I feel like whatever you have, you always like, whatever you have, you always need more, don't you? So he's ringing now saying like, where is he? So we'll have to, well, we've only got this bit left to bring off now and then we'll take it back. But even if we had a bigger one, well, yeah.
We've got all the wood out, haven't we?
Hi mate, you alright?
Hello? Yeah, Sam, mate, how are you?
I'm good. Can you guess who that is?
What? I didn't hear the first. Who's here?
I'm just in the van with Lou. It's on it.
Yeah, yes, man.
He's know who it is. Hold on. Go on, talk, lad. Hey, just say a sentence. Lou's trying to guess who it is.
Oh, you don't know who I am?
No.
I'm just bad. Fucking lamppost. Lamppost at my house.
Your house?
He's confused here, you know.
Hello. Who is it?
Go on, what else have you got to give him?
Lamppost at my house.
You need to have a clue.
In COVID.
Van Basten!
COVID?
I thought that would give it away. Van Basten!
Was I there?
Were you where?
Whatever his lamppost is.
Yeah.
Jordan Cole.
Who used to shout Van Basten when they shot? Lad, you can't believe you haven't got this yet, you know.
Have I played with him?
Oh. No, don't cheat, lad. Ah, he's just cheated. He's just cheated.
I've seen, I was the wrong phone.
He's just cheated, lad.
Oh, Scotty.
Ah, you just looked at the phone.
You alright?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, sure, lad.
Miles
to get there.
Scott's doing, is it a double story side extension?
Yeah.
Go on, so loft insulation.
Yeah, so I know what's going in the sink, like the extension at the back, it's that PIR board 100mm.
Yeah.
So that goes, but just for the insulation, I'm just wondering how thick it needs to be. I've got 18.5 square metres.
Is it, are you on about where you've got your second story extension? Are you on about your original loft or the loft in the extension?
No, the loft in the extension.
So are you doing?
We've got a plasterboard, so you can like it's not up against the roof. It's like there's going to be a void in between the ceiling and the roof.
That's what I mean. So you're not doing a vaulted ceiling. You've got a flat ceiling.
No. Yeah. So obviously the plasterboard's got to go up, and once the plasterboard's up, leave a gap and put that fluffy insulation in it.
Yeah, we don't normally do that. So off the top of my head, I think it's gone up to 300mm, but I'll double check for you, because it used to be 100mm, then it was 200mm. I think if you're using like airflow, like the cheaper stuff that you just roll out, I think it's 300mm, but I'll double check for you. The bet, obviously I'll have a look for you, but if you're ever unsure on this, do you know who your building inspector is yet?
I've been trying to get hold of him, but it's I'm trying to get hold of him. I'm trying to get his number, but I'll try and speak to him, because I've got a few bits I need to ask him, like where you got a heat sensors and smoke alarm.
So you have you have a heat sensor in the kitchen, and a smoke alarm in the kitchen, and then everywhere else is just a smoke alarm.
Right, sweet.
So the only place you have the heat is in the kitchen.
Half the kitchen is, because it's all open plan.
Yeah.
It's like half the kitchen's on the flat ceiling and half the kitchen's under.
Yeah. So where you hold it on the is it?
Yeah.
That is broke, yeah.
You two fucking about again?
Yeah, trying to. You'd think we were busy doing work, wouldn't you?
Just tossing it up. That's what you do. I can't believe you didn't know it was me. That's how much mate.
I was thinking where doing all the accent from.
Nice. Are you still playing, Lou?
Yeah. I'm a pool.
Are you playing? Yeah, I think I've seen that. Is that with Tony Thompson there?
Yeah, he's there, yeah. Boss him, lad.
Is Sean Williams there as well?
Yeah, he's a belter as well.
Yeah.
Player him.
Yeah. I was with him the other week at Tesla.
I've only just got onto you saying lamppost now.
Say again?
I've only just clocked onto you saying about the lamppost now.
Scott, you're on YouTube, so don't say. Oh, mate, this phone is. Well, just you've rang me in the day, so. If you don't want to be on YouTube, you got to ring me after 5.
Is it that you started recording now?
Yeah, it's always recording.
Is it? Don't put me on there.
So don't say anything bad.
Have I said anything bad already?
No, you just swore a few times, which I've got to bleep out.
Ah, sorry, mate. Lou won't want the lamppost going in, will he?
Yeah. The whole won't.
No, no one knows what you mean. Do you mean him hitting the lamppost?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah, headbutt on that.
We can't put anything in because we've got viewers who report everything to health and safety. So
really, that's mad, isn't it?
That's not ideal. Like makes us better though, doesn't it? Like Lou's got his belt. Lou's got his belt on now, where he normally wouldn't.
Makes it all safer.
Yeah.
Anything else on your extension you're not sure on?
Do you know where that heat alarm's going?
Oh yeah. So if you've got like an open plan kitchen living room, and you've got one bit that's flat, one bit that's pitched.
Yeah.
Wherever the kitchen is, put your heat and smoke in there, and then put another smoke in the other area.
Right, so like the.
So you can probably
the kitchen is like pitched and flat.
Yeah. Just where it's only got to be within. If you Google regs, building regs
Yeah.
for smoke alarm. It's just got to be 30 centimetres away from any light fitting, and it's got to be 30 centimetres away from a wall.
Right.
Other than that, it can pretty much go anywhere.
Right, sound.
But you could probably get away with a heat alarm in the kitchen and then a smoke alarm in the other area. But if I was you, I'd put a heat and smoke in your kitchen and then another smoke in the other area if it's quite big.
Yeah, I think to be fair, I think he has done that. I'll double check it because he writes it on the end of the cables and that. But
and then just make sure they're all interlinked. Yeah. So he runs like a 4-core.
I've got some in me on the landing, and I think there's smoke alarms on the landing and hallway.
That's
But
it.
you think it's for that insulation 300 mil then, yeah?
Yeah, I'll check because anything. Bear in mind, anything on building regs is minimum, so it's the absolute minimum you've got to put in. So if it's your house, you're always better, you know. Obviously, you've got to put the minimum in to get the building reg certificate. But if you're not sure, always just go like
a little bit more,
and then you know it's your house. You're only going to reduce your heating bills, aren't you?
Yeah, sweet.
I'll when I stop driving, I'll have a check. But off the top of my head, I think it's 300 mil.
Right, nice one. Appreciate that, mate.
But I'll text you when I stop and check it.
Yeah, alright, mate. Nice one. Right, I'm gonna have to shoot anyway, so I'll catch you in a bit. Yeah.
So
nice one, Andy.
hold on, before you go. You don't even know we do a YouTube, so you haven't even subscribed, have you?
I don't have a YouTube account.
You need to make one and subscribe then. It's free, by the way.
What do you have to have an account?
You just use whatever your email is.
Right, I'll subscribe for all your helpful advice.
Go on. Have a good day.
Nice one, mate.
See you in a bit.
Take care. See you in a bit, mate. Bye.
It's funny, I mean. I can't believe you didn't get his voice then.
I couldn't get it.
You were there going like looking, thinking, where do we know that from?
Yeah. I was thinking like Birkenhead, Whittle.
Were you thinking work or footy?
Footy.
Were you? And you didn't get it?
Yeah.
Mate, when I said Van Basten, I thought you'd get that.
Yeah, I know. I should have.
Oh, back on this job, nice clean tipper, ready to go, all non-recycling. Took the bushes. If you segregate the waste, obviously it's a lot cheaper to get rid of. Like, obviously the wood here. So, yeah, we'll go back and start plastering. You gonna drive there? Go on, see you in a minute. Yeah, obviously separating the waste is the way to go. That was, what was it, a third of the price maybe? Maybe less than what it would have been if we'd have mixed it all. So on this one, we've got, he's just saying he's gritted to here, but then here's just been PVA'd. So you can hear the difference, like, versus, however, it has been PVA'd, but we will grit it because it is obviously better. And then angle beads are on. This ceiling's been done. I've just done this wall, and he's going to come back and do that wall, finish the ceiling here, and this wall here. And I'm going to go to the hospital now and get this leg looked at because it's swelled up again. Oh, what with me leg?
Is this starting or waiting me?
Yeah.
Can't wait.
This gets more shout outs than anywhere else.
This one?
Wait till you try it, tell me what you think.
Little chicken
It
avocado.
is nice, isn't it?
So yeah, you buggered your leg. You drilled into your leg and now you've got an infection.
I've got an infection, but hopefully I'll be alright.
You'll be alright.
I just need to rest.
Doesn't need antibiotics at this stage.
I just need to not be on my feet, which is almost impossible.
Yeah, as a builder, you're going to be on your feet loads, so it's just going to cause loads of swelling. So get off your feet, you're having a bath in a bit, ice it, elevate, sorted. I hope Stardum's coming my way.
I'll put your name here, be like, Dr. Nick.
Yeah, right. Hello everyone.
He sends me. But yeah, I think it's cut obviously from work, isn't it? To see the van and think AJ.
Yeah, and that's so.
And I've got the same birthdays, Anthony Joshua, so must be that.
Yeah, because that's widely known information.
I was born the same day as Anthony Joshua, and we're both, actually no, he's taller than me. I was going to say we're both 6'3", but he's like 6'5", isn't he?
It's like glaringly obvious.
Slight different.
Between years as well.
So do you know we nearly done a student house for him?
Was he one? I just remember the footballer.
So I got told he was coming down to me and I couldn't tell any of yous.
I think I remember you telling me.
I think I told you, I didn't tell anyone else. Can you imagine the lads if I said Anthony Joshua's going to come to this job now? Hey.
I remember a footballer.
Oh yeah, there's a few, yeah.
He was in West Brom or something. Or Arsenal. Honestly.
Yeah. Kieran.
Yeah, Gibbs. No.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, there's a few, isn't there? We're doing one now for Josh Denzel. Do you know who he is? He's so old, Ben. No, you don't watch Love Island, do you? There you go. Can you imagine though if I said, like, lads, I want you to, like, obviously carry on working and that, but like obviously Anthony Joshua's going to come and have a little look around the jobs. They'd all be bringing boxing gloves in, posters, all sorts, yeah. So
Got this from a bedroom wall.
you've got this is a bit of a different one, isn't it now? Because basically what's happened is there's a dormer going up here, but it's only going on that bit. So originally I'd normally put a steel in here just because it's taking that weight. However, I've put the calcs in on the app we use and it come out as a 282s. So I was like, oh, that's fine. So we've got 2 9x2s obviously bolted into the thing, and then we were talking as well, weren't we, about studding underneath.
He's going to do that.
Yeah, okay. So normally what we do as well, which we haven't got any 4x2, so otherwise we'd do it. We're going to put 4x2 under here, obviously bolt that to the wall, and the same there, and we're going to bring it out. So because this isn't a cavity, this bit that we've rebuilt, we're going to stud that out, insulate it, and then obviously plasterboard it, and that covers that bit. And then you'll see here, we've got obviously doubles, double, and they're all tied in. Ben's bolted them to the side, they're bolted to the side. So the weight of that now is on that wall, and the weight of that is now on that wall, which obviously goes through to the foundation. And then obviously this deflection now is taken away by putting 2 bolts in here, and obviously when we stood underneath. So really, the weight of that dormer is on that wall and this wall, and then this bit from there to there is only, what's that, like 3 meters? Yeah, because they're, well, less than 3 meters, isn't it? Because them joists were less than 3 meters. So it's like 2.6 something. 2.8. So we've only got a span of 2.8 now, which is, you know, nothing for a 9x2. No, that's just the floor. And then at the end there, we've put another double, which is on this side of the wall. And that's because, same as what you can see over there, we've got to have a full tile on show. And then Ben's going to put the rest of the floor in. So that's the loft floor. And then I say the other build, is he definitely starting Monday, did you say? Yeah, I think he's going to start Monday. He'll start building the dormer. So he's asked us to get the steel in underneath the ridge. So we'll put that at 2.3 to the bottom. 2.3 metres to the bottom, we'll get that. And that's what I was talking about, knocking that brickwork out, which if we didn't take the chimney stack... Do you remember when we used to do them? You have to brick through the outside. And it's like literally we've done dormers where someone's done next door. And when we took the chimney stack out, you can see the steel. You can see a padstone with the steel sat on this, like, I don't know if you can see that there, but that is just one skin sat on top of each other all the way up. It's like not tied in. So like, I mean, I wouldn't put weight on that. That is literally just to separate the smoke between the houses. So the proper way to do it is to take all them single bricks out where it comes to double skin here, and then brick it back up double skin, put the padstone in, put the steel, and brick up behind the steel and the padstone, so that if there was a fire in ours, it doesn't spread into next doors, or if there's a fire next doors, it's got 100mm brickwork between us and them. Basically like this here, look. So if we were if we were to have a fire now, it'd obviously go through to there. So that's obviously been added because that's a brick stood up on its end. But yeah, so obviously the other builders come in and ask Ben to move the staircase back because on the drawing it's got I mean you can see like a 600 or they're only 500 and something, aren't they? They're only 500 and something, aren't they, the desks? So that comes like here, and he's got it sort of like 3/4 way on the desk, so that would have been about there. So I was like, well, rather than having the steel with all the weight on there and then putting another double in here for the sake of that void from there to there, let's just put obviously the staircase onto the steel, which is structurally better. And then this room was actually smaller and that room was bigger than this room, so I was like, well, that kind of makes sense that we just shift everything across, and the same upstairs in the loft then. So that made sense to me. However, there must be a reason that we don't know about, because obviously he's asked to move it back 700 mil, which is definitely not what was.
I think he was saying just couldn't, upstairs he wouldn't be able to.
Make it work. Oh, because that's the bedroom there, isn't it? And then what's here?
Is it 3 beds up there, 3 beds here? I think there's also bathrooms here that he can pinch.
Is it because of that? It might be because of that roof thing he was on about. Yeah, no worries. That is definitely a non-recycling tipper, isn't it? It's definitely a non-recycling. And then wood. How are we getting on? Masks on. I like it. How many floorboards did you get up? The Crowies here? Well, there's one there. Oh, what have you been using?
I haven't got any up there.
All right. Sound? Got all the walls off nice? Did they come off all right? No? Just that bit of wood in the middle, innit?
It actually takes longer getting off when the foam's on,
Does it?
rather than,
Knocking it off. Why is that? Because it come off in bits.
yeah, it's just hard work. They like that.
Is that good or bad for foam? So that we should start foaming them on because they come off harder. So that's a positive for using foam.
That's a negative when you got to take it back off.
Yeah. Well, it's like saying like this glue's dead hard to pull off.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't use that glue anymore to glue stuff. Sound? Just gonna. Is that there's one of the is a crowbar in it? That is a crowbar there. Oh, where's the big one? Ben said it's here. Dropped it off.
It is, I've just seen it. Do you know what? I've just seen it.
There it is, yeah. There you go. Do that then this afternoon. Pull the boards up. So keep the floorboard. They come up nice, the full ones. Because like I say, when I do the panels at the yard, if I can keep them boards, I can recycle that as the fence.
I'll do it all day. He was doing it last time.
Whatever works, getting them up in full there. And then it's same with the joist, but the joist you can cut because I'll take them to the yard and I'm going to give them someone. I'm going to bag them up for someone as firewood. So you can just cut them if you want, whatever's easiest to get them out. Just be careful, obviously, with them Bessemer beams on the bay window again. You know, like last time where he was pulling the floorboards up and it was a bit. It might be worth learning from last time and taking the plaster off there
Off the
before you start messing around with any of the boards or anything like that, yeah. But yeah, crack on. You should have done a little video here, shouldn't you? What could we have done? Our students moaning about the cornice isn't like the style they want. and then just volley it. Haven't got any others, have we? No, that one's gone. So I'm going to go and get rid of my swollen leg. Just squeezed in a little call out there. It was just a night latch on a bedroom for a HMO. The timber behind had it was basically the night latch was just held on by laughing plaster timber. So I just took that out and put a big piece of hardwood that we had off one of the jobs, one of the rip out jobs, screwed that in, and then the night latch can go back on now. And then do you know what, I was meant to do half a day and it's 2:30. 2:30 is my half a day. Like I said to myself, I really want to get this leg healed, so I'm going to go home, ice it and elevate it, and I'll probably sit and watch Netflix and do some paperwork. And yeah, my half days turned into 25 to 3. But that is it for Wednesday. I was going to go back and check the plastering job, just to check that, you know, I was happy with how we cracked on today, but just got a feeling like with all plasterers, they take it upon themselves to make decisions, and normally their decisions are the easiest ones, which make the job easiest for them, or they drag the job out. So just got to make sure that he's done what I told him to, and not what he's decided to do. So you just remind me, actually I need to ring one of the lads to go and PVA the wall, or grit the wall, for so we can plaster tomorrow. I'll do that now.